What's up? What's up? What's up? We doing a 2-in-1. Welcome to Manny with Danny. So I just got finished talking about a woman's worth. So don't forget to check that video out. Today we're going to talk about, or we're also going to talk about Askformations. So yes, I am making a manifestation video right now. Because I usually, post all my videos about get mastering self basically. So you can get to a point of manifesting. But I also, want to make sure that I share manifesting with you guys, because on your journey you will be able to manifest. Okay, it's harder. It's just harder when you not mastering self, and when you not doing the things you need to cleanse yourself and your life and things like that. Okay, it's like trying to lose weight. You exercise every day, but you also eat 5 things of donuts. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's a defeating the purpose kind of thing or whatever like that. So yeah, so you go, if you on your journey, make sure you doing what you're supposed to do. If you watch my other videos, make sure that you're following the advice on and things in that nature, so that you can be able to manifest properly. So I just want to point out that right now, okay, because I know a lot of times, and you can even tell, like, I got a bonnet on, I'm sitting on my bed. I mean, I got my Sims paused on my TV. You know what I'm saying? Playing the Sims. I'm as normal as it can be, as normal as it can get. There's nothing fake here. I got my phone propped up on my bed right now. My tarot card boxes are holding it up. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I just went to court September 8th for my apartment for non-payment. Because they were trying to evict me, but they also had me and my kids. I have 3 kids, 10, 4, and 1 years old. They had us suffering. We went all winter with no heat, and when I tell you, my baby just turned 1 this July 2023. I had just brought him home, and he had to go and spend his first 4 or 5 months cold. You feel me? I was able to win in court, because basically what they did was they adjusted for all the winter months. They adjusted the rent or whatever. So this month I only had to pay half the rent and not the full rent, and I'm putting it in escrow, and they will have me in a working unit by October 1st or 2nd. And I still have another court date, October 20th, I think. So just in case, if they don't have me moved in by the next court date, or if I get into the new unit and I notice anything that need to be done or whatever, I will be able to bring that up in court and go from there. But I told the courts, of course, that it was non-payment because of the repairs. I knew I would be able to use that, but it was non-payment because after having my new baby and bringing him into my life, it changed my schedule and everything. Like I said, I'm not with the child father. He's currently, I haven't seen a court date or anything yet. He sent 2 of them. I didn't go to the last 2. He's currently taking me to court to be removed as the father. He's not even going for a DNA test. I know the courts is going to give a DNA test though, because they're not going to, once you sign your birth certificate and stuff, you waiving your rights on the parents affidavit, for DNA testing, and having attorneys and stuff from the court support you and stuff like that, right? So he, instead of at least trying to say, I don't know how these things supposed to go, but he's not asking for a DNA test. Even on his reasons of why he's trying to say he's not the father and why he want to be removed, he's still not saying, if possible, I still would like to have a DNA test so I can know for sure. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm dealing with. Me and everybody and they mama know that I was staying that night at his house faithfully, big duffel bag, so staying more than one day, staying weekends and everything throughout the week or whatever like that, prior up to the month of me getting pregnant. After finding out I was pregnancy, that's when sleepovers and stuff came to a cease, because that's when the drama came out of nowhere. So yes, adding little guy into my life been a lot. Before I had him, I was 160 pounds, so I had just lost weight and everything from having my second child. I had started my spiritual journey. I started my first set of locks. I was doing my music and, getting myself out there, doing me, living my life, trying to get my dreams into reality, complete my goals, master self. You know what I'm saying? I was on my own journey and everything like that. And my third baby daddy was a test that was thrown at me. I have definitely felt that test, which made me do a 360 back into a cycle that I was not trying to be in, that I had just got out of. So these are the things I was dealing with. So before I had my baby, I still do hair as a hairstylist or whatever, but I was like driving Lyft and Uber and, doing everything else. And it just put a pause and a stop to my music, to my money, to a lot of things that I was doing, because I got stuck in the house. You know what I'm saying? Then even after having the baby, my snapback didn't stay, because I was vegan before I got pregnant, and around 4 or 5 months, I started eating regular food again. And you see, it really don't like me that much. So now I have to start all the way over, because I went from 160 to 240 something. So, my confidence was down. Like I said, I already had cut my locks, so I'm back with the short ones. It's not filling up my bonnet anymore. Hopefully that phone call didn't just mess up this video. Yeah, but it's not filling in my bonnet anymore. So I went through a lot of changes. So then I started having car problems and things like that. I've been getting my car fixed every 2-3 months, damn near. So that put a pause to me doing Lyft and things of that nature. And I also, going through all of this, I had my baby in July. We shared the same birthday. When I had my baby, my second child father had lost his mom. So we kind of connected emotionally on some emotional type shit, because I was going through what I was going through with my third baby daddy and the pregnancy and being alone and all of that stuff. And he was dealing with, his mom dying and what he about to do from there. And we kind of had got together, and I feel like it was on some emotional type things. And so now, since then, he been, now I'm not going to say getting over, because who just gets over their mom dying, but the point to that part of grieving where you can finally like kind of, move, go to work and stuff again and stuff like that. Like, he started getting there, and then I started getting, a little out of my depression and stuff like that from my situation and stuff. You can tell that forwardness was awakening that stuck energy that we were in and things like that. And so a lot of things have been rocky and a little shaky and stuff like that. And just trying to figure out where to go from here, because I'm not too sure how long that, this will last this time around. Like I said, we got together on some emotional type things or whatever like that. So it's a lot. So basically, with me just bringing a baby home and everything like that, I was not in a position to be able to jump back into my life that I was building for myself or anything. I'm basically starting all over again. And so when Rick came around, which is my third baby daddy, I'm sorry, not my third baby daddy, my second baby daddy. So when he came back around after we was, dealing with our emotional bull crap together, whatever, him stepping in, even though only one of these kids is his, he loved my oldest, because before I had my third, it was just my oldest, and then my second with him, he loved him like he loved him, good stepfather, whatever, to him, whatever. And then with me bringing the new child home, he took him in as well, like, he loved that little guy too, you know what I'm saying? So, but he also have provider issues. And I know people, oh, he don't gotta do this, he don't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what somebody gotta do or don't gotta do. I'm telling you right here, and I'm telling you right now, when you decide to be with someone, especially when they got kids, you are taking on responsibilities, and that's just how it go. You're taking on a role that you need to make sure you can handle before you do it. So with his situation, he needed to bring some money in, because with my car being down and trying to get it fixed, and freshly having a baby, body healing, C-section, all of this stuff like that, I wasn't able to bounce back to the Danny that I was and needed to be to do what I needed to do. So I did need a little help. I needed more than some emotional support. I also needed someone to be a man around the house. If they were going to be here, as the man, I need you to do that. So we had a lot of struggling going on, because he was switching jobs and trying to find it and stuff, and then finally got a job that was close to the house that he can get to without having to worry about my car and stuff like that. And then then we still was having problems with getting the rent paid and stuff like that, and all of this stuff. And then I had let his sister move up here for a few months or whatever, because she was losing her apartment and stuff. So it just was a lot going on, and the rent got behind or whatever like that. So I am currently dealing with, my second baby daddy, also dealing with the apartments and stuff, because my heart was shaking crazy as heck just to even think about not having shelter for my kids. And I'm also, trying to get my fat ass up and exercise every day, mastering self. Y'all think that I'm just on these videos just trying to be talking just to be talking and being seen. No, I'm going through the same things y'all going through. A lot of stuff I had already done, but I'm redoing it because I had a test and I felt it. I sure did. But yes, I just wanted to say this because, a lot of times when we see videos and stuff on YouTube, and we see different content creators, and we see different people, whatever, whether they spiritualists or whatever they doing, they background be nice, I got the kids or whatever like that. I definitely, and then the weather is changing and stuff too. So, I could have went outside or whatever, but I'm not really too prepared to try to find a spot to be outside and stuff like that, especially with the car being down and I got the kids and all this and that. You know how that be, especially if you got kids. You already know you got to have snacks, this and that, all of that good stuff. So, and then with me having kids, being in my room and closing the door is the best spot right now, because they're out there being loud, bumping and jumping. But I got my phone sitting up on the bed, held up by my tarot card boxes, and not a tripod, no ring light, quality low. And, I feel like YouTube do be, you know what I'm saying? A lot, not just YouTube, but all of these social media platforms, especially TikTok, it's like they want you to be dressed up, the algorithm or whatever it's called, like you got to be in a mansion, this and that. Like they be looking for certain stuff to push your stuff, before they put your video. Don't open that door. Before they put your video on the For You page or whatever like that to be seen by everybody. Like it's like when the videos look like this or whatever, it's like they be trying to not bring it. Don't open that. No, do not open my door. I'm sorry, y'all, but yeah, you get what I'm saying, whatever like that. So but I know this is only for a short time. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have my tripod, my ring light, have me, even if I am in my room, I have my corner decorated and, all of that good stuff. And I have my hair retwisted, you know what I'm saying? The bonnet ain't making it no better probably, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I'm actually going through things right now, okay? And I've been, for the past 6 years or so, I have been working on mastering self, and my spiritual journey and all of those good things. And you know what I'm saying? I've especially working on manifesting and things like that. So I wanted to share this because when I started doing this manifestation technique, it actually worked like that. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of times you see videos and they be like, click now, it manifests overnight, and this and this and that. You be, oh, they lying, this and that. And I don't think that they be lying, you know what I'm saying? But they already did all this low level stuff. You know, they already worked their way up to, you know, who they supposed to be, where they supposed to be. You know, they don't gotta fake it to make it. They can afford the background and this and that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure if you look back at they older videos, like they first video they ever posted, for a lot of them it might look just like this, you know what I'm saying? Low quality look like, or don't have a lot of nice things to pop off on your eye, or they don't look like they got no money and stuff like that, but they speaking facts, or they helping, they inspiring, or whatever like that, you know, whatever the case may be. So, but I just want to let y'all know that this is real. I'm real. I'm going through some things, getting myself out of struggling, out of, you know, things like that. And I came across this video talking about Askformations, and you know what I'm saying, and this is what really helped me, because I haven't used this technique. I say my affirmations, but I never use Askformations. And I don't want to say I never use Askformations, but before I got the terminology for that, I was using it, but in the wrong negative way. I'm going to speak about that. I'm also going to put the link of I can't remember her name, but the video that I came across about Askformations, just so you guys can, you know, just so I can just give credit to where it's due. Not saying that she was the very first person ever to come across it, but, you know, I saw her story, you know, first. So, you know, I just want to just give her some love and shout out, you know, because she did help me or whatever like that. And I just, like I said, the reason why I wanted to give that little backstory of, you know, me being in the middle of getting out of struggles and depressions and stuff like that. No! And going through what I'm going through and everything like that. I just wanted you, because like I said, sometimes you can watch other people talk about being great and it look like they already doing great, and you feel like it may not work for you, or they lying, or they bluffing, or whatever like that. And I just want to show y'all that it does work, and it can work, especially when your mind, your heart, and your energy is in the right place, no matter where you at. Yes, mastering self get you there, never forget, but the build up, you know what I'm saying? You're working towards the main goal, to mastering self, so you know how much you're letting go and healing from while you're on that journey, so you're able to slip into through certain portals and, you know, and get certain opportunities in, like, you know, so your energy is growing and stuff, so, you know, you might be able to have something be pulled through. And this is what happened for me. Out of the midst of everything I'm going through and everything that was going on, I was able to use my energy and pull through when I really needed the help, right? So let's get into it. Affirmation, the action or process of affirming something or being affirmed. Act as an emotional support or encouragement. To affirm something is you state it as a fact. So an example would be, I am rich, or I am strong. But we want to know, what are Askformations? Ask, like I'm asking you a question. Askformations. It's pretty simple, and it's something that we already use. Askformations, they are affirmations in the form of questions. So for example, you would say, why am I so rich? Or why am I so strong? You're probably wondering, how will this work? Well, let's look into how people already use Askformations without knowing. And this is what I was saying earlier. Before I knew the terminology for what was going on, I was using it, but was using it in the wrong way. So, seems like nothing ever go your way, or you're so unlucky. You always broke and struggling. You never can find the right man or woman. You feel you'll never find or have true love. Feel like your life never gonna change, and more. If you fit these categories or similar, then you might want to turn this video up to hear what's next. Okay? So try to remember your words every time you had to stretch little to no money. Remember your words and thoughts every time you got your heart broke. Remember your words and thoughts when you didn't get chose or you didn't win. Did you say things like, man, why can't I never win? Why I never get picked for nothing? Why nothing never work out for me? Or why I always gotta struggle? Or why all these men dogs? Why I'm not famous? Why I can't get the opportunity? Why I never have likes on my content? Why I gotta be the one going through bullshit? Whatever the question may be, I hear people do this all the time. They literally put themselves in the same cycle to go through the same thing because they use their words and thoughts for negativity. Remember, your words and thoughts is power, it's magic, it's spells. You know what I'm saying? So when you using your words and you paying attention to how your heart is feeling, your mind and stuff is feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you know you saying the spell. So you better be careful with every word you saying. You know what I'm saying? If you say, why I can't never find a good man, then sis, there's your answer. You'll never find a good man because you keep cursing yourself. If you know the universe acts as a mirror, then you know once you ask why I never get a good man, the universe gonna show you a million reasons why you will never get a good man, and you will forever attract what you don't want. Just say everybody around you doing good and you struggling and going through it, and then you say why it always seems like everybody doing better than me. Then the universe will keep mirroring you never doing better, and you will never attract better. You will just keep pulling in a low life. So no matter if you're at your lowest right now, use the power of Askformations in a positive way. Crying, self-pity parties, and asking something that's not why something not working or whatever, it's not gonna help you. First, if you are wanting financial freedom, first ask why are you financially free. Even if you just spent your last $5 on food, you ask why am I able to buy whatever I need and want and feel that instead of feeling, oh, this my last $5, maybe I shouldn't buy this food, or why am I always broke, or why I can't ever afford more. You know what I'm saying? And I notice people do that when they spending their last couple dollars, they counting, checking account, see how much they got left, trying to put some here, some there. Then they get these feelings and thoughts, like I just said, like, well, why I don't ever have enough money, this and this and that. Like I said, instead of saying when they know they spending they last $5 at that moment, like I said, always say, why am I always blessed to be able to buy whatever I need and want, no matter how much money you got? Because you know what I'm saying? You trying to get your mind and everything to operate in a manifestation way. And to operate in that way, they don't see lowness or being without or anything like that. It's just getting done. So the way our brains is set up from society, and our parents and generational curses and cycles, our minds are damaged. If you grew up with nothing or barely getting by, or your mama always never had money for things you want, and they always asking, do you got McDonald's money? Then your mind is set on struggling because you just lived that your whole life. So when you get to an adulthood, the struggles your parents had hit you, and probably even harder with more BS. So this is why people get set to thinking and speaking, and why they can never have nice things or have that big house or whatever they want, because they so used to the not having and the negativity that this is all their life is portraying. So even if you, like right now, so I want to give my example, right? I just had to break it down so y'all can know where we going with this, right? So in the midst of everything I'm going through, the first things that I did not do is say, why am I always picking the wrong men, and why am I always struggling, or why I can't never pay my bills, or why I can't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't do none of that, right? Before I came across Askformations, I didn't do anything of that, because of my knowledge and practice and stuff on building myself and getting myself out of ruts and working spiritually. I was able to, once I got out of my depression, got my mind right, was able to do my regular affirmations and my regular things I was doing. But Askformations is different, because it's not really like you got to be at a certain space, head space or whatever to use the power behind Askformations, right? Because it acts more as a helping hand to reach down and pull you out. So if you just ended a bad relationship or whatever, before you say all men are the same, why I can't never find no good man, you say, I know that there are better men are out there. I know that better men are out there. Why am I always so lucky and blessed to run into them? You know what I'm saying? You change it up. You know you spending your last $50 to buy you and your kids some food, and you don't know when your next dollar gonna come in. Instead of thinking about, oh, when my next dollar gonna come in, while you buying that food and you spending up that 50, you say, why am I so lucky to have unlimited amount of money? Why am I so lucky and blessed to always buy everything we need and want? You just change it up, right? So before I had the court date, I had to pay $1,215 more. It was 2,000 and something altogether. My sisters had sent me a couple dollars. I had did some hair or whatever and stuff like that. We came up with $1,400 to put down. This is when I thought I only had to pay $1,590. They sent me the wrong notice, and I didn't know about the correct amount until it was time to go to court. And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought it was only $1,590. It was 2,000 something. So when we paid the $1,400 down, we thinking there was just a couple dollars left. No, it was more than a couple dollars plus this month, September's month, which made it $1,215. So now I'm like, it's about a week left for court date or whatever like that. And so, instead of struggling and worrying and going crazy, I was doing my spells and everything. In the midst, I came across the video, like I said, about Askformations. So I started adding it because, I do my yoga and stuff every day with my homegirl and everything too. I told you, I'm building myself. I'm working on the new me again. So I was saying stuff like, why am I so lucky? Why am I so blessed? Why is my court date getting canceled? Why am I so lucky and blessed to have more than enough money to pay my rent? Why am I getting the rent money? Just saying things like that, you know what I'm saying? And then actually feeling it. Like, it was one session I was having, I was saying it so long, I started smiling and stuff. Like, I felt like it was true. So what happens is, your subconscious mind, conscious mind, your logic mind, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I said, if you grew up struggling, you was always struggling or whatever, all them parts of your mind is so used to that. So that's all you think, speak, portray. That's all that comes out, right? So basically, with your mind being set that way, if you say I am rich, your mind gonna say no, you not, basically, and give you 1,000 reasons of why you not rich, because you feel you not rich. You looking around, you see you not rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wanted to look at life in that matter, like right now I'm going through the course of stuff, getting the apartments, trying to, pay the apartments or whatever like that. I could easily be, could be like, my brain can easily give me reasons of why I'm not rich if I say I'm not rich. You know what I'm saying? But if I say, why am I so rich? My brain like, wait a minute, who rich? You rich? We rich? So it's going to try to give you, like it gave you 1,000,000 reasons why you was broke, it's gonna try to show 1,000,000 reasons why you rich. So that's when spiritually something starts tapping spiritually to be able to pull richness to you. We pull brokenness to us, or whatever that don't not align with us. We pull that to us, the things we don't want, because what we used to with our minds and stuff is set to how we speak and think over our lives. But when you change in that, even if you, I'm saying, that's why I gave this example of that. Well, not an example, but that's why I told y'all what I was going through. Because in the midst of that stuff, you have to be able to look through depression, look through your struggles, look through your surroundings, what's going on. If you in the middle of building yourself and getting yourself together, you have to look through that and still pull what you deserve and what you have and where you're supposed to be, your truth and everything. So like I said, going to court for the apartment, non-payment, could have been losing it, eviction, this and that, all of this stuff I'm going through, dealing with the baby daddies and this and that and all of that stuff. I'm still not looking at it like, oh, I'm not gonna never, or oh, I'm not looking at it like none of that. I'm working, I'm making my mind get past of what we're seeing. Whatever, I'm letting my mind know, I don't care what we see. I don't care if I open up my Cash App right now and it say negative. you know what I'm saying, or my bank account or whatever, and it say whatever it say. We looking past that, because that might be what my eyeball see, but my mind know what it know. Eventually that's going to change. So in order to pull, and this is a faster way to manifest. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everything else, all the other tools and stuff, it help you manifest. And some things I feel like it works more when you already at certain levels. So I feel like when you're manifesting using Askformations is a beginner's level, first level, lower level type of thing. Because some things I do feel like you got to be like damn near X-Men. You know what I'm saying? To be able to have the power and energy you need to, you know, to do whatever. But this is something that you can use no matter if you in the midst of going through stuff. And I say this to say that because, like I said before, I had the court date on the 8th, that whole week of going through this. And when I found this video about Askformations and I was using the questions, I did it for a whole day. I mean, I do it every day, but that first day when I found the video about Askformations, I was doing it a whole 24 hours after finding the video. I walked to the gas station and found $100 on the floor. What do I say? Why am I so lucky and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? And it just was like, and ever since then, I've been feeling so lucky. Like, and I say these every day. Like, when I'm, even if my brain try to think about, oh man, I gotta get the rent money and stuff like that, because my brain and how I'm feeling is so used to not having no money in my account. So I instantly just, wow, I got so much money in my account. You know, I changed that feeling instantly. And you're going to see results within a week more. Like, when I tell you, when they say you making yourself believe it, you are. You unbelieving what you were believing and giving yourself new beliefs. So you may not believe or feel like you are rich. But once you get finished asking, why am I so rich? You gonna eventually feel like, damn, I'm rich. And you're gonna eventually see why you are rich. Because your brain and the universe is all mirroring and stuff. So it's like the universe mirroring, your brain is processing and pushing out. So it's like they come together and they want to, if you rich, let's show her why she rich. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I like using Askformations as a manifestation tool. And I think that, like I said, it's something that's easy and it's something that anybody can do, and you just have to remember to do it, especially if you start using your Askformations in the wrong way, like, why I can't never da da da, like, you know what I'm saying, you instantly just change it and just keep saying it, keep using it until you believe it, until you see it. And once you see it, even if it's just if it's something little, if anything, you be thankful for it. You keep being thankful and keep saying, why am I so thankful, whatever, you know what I'm saying, just do that. I just want y'all to know that in the midst of everything that I'm going through, that I was able to pull that. I was able to pull I pulled $100 more to me. So I just wanted to let y'all know. And I'm not even trying to like be funny. Like, people find money on the ground. Somebody be like, oh, people find money on the ground all the time. It's not about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't find money on the ground all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I can't speak from somebody else's experience. So the fact that I walked in there and found 100, the last times I found money on the ground a few times, I don't remember finding nothing more than over $1. Every time I found some money on the ground, it was always $1. Okay. I've never found $100 on the ground, so I feel lucky. Yes, I do feel lucky, and I am lucky. Why am I so lucky? You know what I'm saying? You see how that works? You basically deprogramming your brain to reprogram your brain. You pulling in what you need and want to you faster, and you like I said, you untraining your brain to retrain.